them to no gain.
2nd and 10. To Slaw, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. And this ball's going to be incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Williams in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. That one is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
Vikings nothing.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
What you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game, you understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Again, it's Jones. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
Anzalone on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On 4th down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll manage only a couple. Drive the pace out to his linebacker spot to make the stop.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Price now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their 2nd possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
He's close to a first down. A gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
On third and a yard, it's McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He's going to have that first down, gain of 6, as they convert on third down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Minnesota.
Vikings, first down. First and 10.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
McCarthy to the air on second down. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
A gain of 1.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn fourth down into a first.
And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here's Joe. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal. Good running gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
On the zone read, it's McCarthy. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
1 yard on the play.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
3-yard loss.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
For the Vikings field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
A gain of 14.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
A second down throw for Goff. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Goff to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown, Lions.
Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there, is exactly what they're talking about.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out in front, 13-3.
Lions 13, Vikings 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They've been forced to settle for field goal attempts on the first couple of drives, a miss, followed by a make. They'll need to pick the pace up here a little bit as they get started on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. On play action, here's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. This is caught down that right sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Minnesota. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets that.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Al-Quadin Muhammad in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
So after 1, it's the Lions who have the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. And they are facing a 2nd and long. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
A throw on the move is caught. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
From the gun, it's a run, it's Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and That's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
It's now third and
Well, has
10.
been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. That is brought in at the 10. And he is out of bounds.
It's a gain of
That's his
22
third
yards.
catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe.
And he'll take it on in. Jordan Addison, touchdown Vikings. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. It's up and through. The Vikings are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Vikings 10.
Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. To the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Price now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and Jordan Addison getting ready to get back on the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Forced out left. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Up the middle. Here's Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Back-to-back plays by this defense now, Mike, winning these early downs. They get the sack on first, the tackle for loss on second, and now it brings up 3rd and long.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here is Brosmer. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. A run here with Gibbs. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Eric Wilson on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Williams in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball up.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
It's 2nd down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, He's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route, but this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Slaw. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down, Lions.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's Gibbs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to learn more and more now, Mike, that sacks are quarterback stats. Everyone always wants to blame the offensive line, but in this case, the protection was really good. Nobody got open downfield, and the quarterback has to get rid of the ball. You just can't expect your protection to hold up that long.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Lions.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions are able to extend the lead.
Lions 27, Vikings 10.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard
The Vikings
line.
offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He's got room to the 45. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
36 yards.
The Lions call their first time out. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll go back to Jones on first down, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll put Addison in motion. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Eric Wilson on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, sets up 3rd down.
gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
14 on the pickup. Good for a Lions first down.
Gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. A gain of 14. And the Lions first
It just
down.
seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
And the Lions first down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
To Slav, a man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
A toss to the right, and here comes Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Goff. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
Recovered by the offense.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Lions going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Price now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Open man's downfield. It's Hawkinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll be 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. That's a second. Minnesota, they stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
That's another Vikings 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Naylor, touchdown Minnesota.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Lions 30, Vikings 20.
Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
They're on the 25-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On the ground now with Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, here's McCarthy. And that'll go for its gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
1st and 10 at the
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On play action, here's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Aiden Hutchinson in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He'll try to run for it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Look at play action here with McCarthy. And the Vikings going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
17 more yards.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Jones will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it. The Vikings are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Vikings 27.
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get about 4 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Goff. This one complete. It's to Swallow. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. As the athletic training staff looks at him, We'll step away for a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. To the middle. He's got St. Brown. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough.
It's a gain of 2.
He'll pick up a first down.
And the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard
When done
line.
correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Eric Wilson on the tackle.
2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Now, Goff. Right side and brought in by Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Detroit.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
That's a gain of 10.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
From the gun, it's Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And he will score again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
27.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. A gain of 17 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's McCarthy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
He's got a receiver. It's Addison. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And the Vikings first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is McCarthy.
McCarthy's pass complete to Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Jones. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is 4th down. The Lions called their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This about as short as you can get. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Reichard had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Lions first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
The RPO, that one is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. He's got it. That's a first down at the cross midfield. And down to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Lions first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively, and here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox, to punt. as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, he'll try to keep it going. Jones now on 1st and 10, and he'll get about 5.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, they need 7. In motion, Naylor. Play action now, it's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. DJ Reed that time. Good tight coverage, and he's able to get a hand on it.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On second down, Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. Oh, and he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Headed left, buying time. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard
Critical
line.
3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the 1st down.
From the pistol, it's Jones. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is 1st down.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Now McCarthy. They'll set up the screen with Hawkinson.
McCarthy's pass.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. He'll step up and run this. And he's in! J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with 1st down. Throwing here is Goff. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He takes off. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Detroit.
That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
A second down throw for Goff. That's to the running back, David Montgomery. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
That's another.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up first and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Goff to throw. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Throwing here on third and goal. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So, a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Ty Felton now on the return. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Al-Quadin Muhammad in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with second and long, third and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll step up and run. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Vikings 37.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Price now to return it. Yeah! He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. This one brought in by Hawkinson. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
12 yards.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Minnesota.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
There's Pat Man again, another catch. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To the air once more is McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will slide to a halt, but he does the first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A loss of 2.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Forced out wide.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Big play. Third and goal coming up. Here's McCarthy. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. One more time for Montgomery.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
This one all but over. Here's third down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And this will be a Lions first down as he'll get this up to the 22. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL.